Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mount Diablo Virtual College Fair. I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm just going to give about a minute for as many participants to join as possible, but in that time, I will go through a few housekeeping announcements before we get started for our participants. So you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. And just so you know, your camera and your microphone are off. So the panelists, the universities here, they cannot see or hear you. So that Q&A function is the way to ask some questions if you do have any. This is one of many sessions happening right now. I know there's some right now and then 2 more hours worth. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions if you're interested in seeing some other schools. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within a few weeks, within about a week at the same website that you registered. So without any further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our presenters, starting first with Humboldt State University.
Awesome, perfect. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to share my screen and awesome. So yeah, my name is Chelsea Mooney. I am the Humboldt Bay Area Admissions Counselor. We are the most northern CSU system campus. So that purple star there up at the top, that is where we're located. It's about a 6-hour drive north of the Bay Area. We also have direct flights to the Bay, Los Angeles, and Denver as well. We do have currently around 6,000 students, which really gives us a great opportunity to have small class sizes. So our current faculty to student ratio is 21 students to 1 professor. So you really get to know your fellow students, your professors, and get lots of one-on-one attention. We do have 48 majors and 69 minors with 180 concentrations. So there's lots of opportunities to really get into the nitty-gritty of what you want to study and research. We also do have some credential and grad programs as well. One of the great things is most of our students are from outside of the area. So all of you coming here, you wouldn't be the only one not from Humboldt's county. So as I said, we do have 48 different majors and they're split up into 3 different colleges. So the first college being the College of Professional Studies, and that is going to be your education, your business, your kinesiology, your psychology. Those are just a couple of examples. The second one is the College of Natural Resources and Sciences, which is your wildlife, your oceanography, biology, chemistry, forestry, and one of the really great advantages the College of Natural Resources and Sciences has is our location. You can see from all of the pictures I just showed you that we really do use the natural environment to our advantage, and not just in our science related programs, but they are the ones that take advantage of it the most, just going into the forest, the ocean, the rivers, and just using that as a research and internship tool. And then the last but definitely not least is the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. And this is going to be your theater, your art, your English, anthropology, criminology, and justice studies. So it really is quite a wide variety of options that you do have to study. And you can see from all of our programs, all those pictures, every single major has hands-on experience. It's pretty much impossible to come to us and not get that experience. You're really never going to be in a lecture hall. And even when you are, it's going to be a pretty small casual lecture, never going to be like 500 kids in the students. So the other really great thing I have talked about that we use our natural environment as a learning laboratory, but obviously too, you do get to explore the area if you become a student. We have trees like this right on our campus, and there's so many other areas with forests nearby. We are also about 10 minutes away from the beach. This in particular is one of my favorite beaches. It's amazing to go at low tide. You get to see all kinds of different sea creatures, starfish, sea urchin, really fun and interactive. And then we do have different places like this, Fern Canyon. and so many other places to go kayaking, to go hiking, all kinds of outdoorsy things. Fern Canyon is one of my favorites because part of Jurassic Park was filmed here. This picture does not do it justice. It is really a beautiful place to be. And a lot of our, the center activities does do a lot of planned events to take students out to go hiking, to go kayaking, to do camping. And just so you have an opportunity to definitely explore and have that, like, get to know other students, have a guide, all those kind of things. So even if you're not a super outdoorsy person yet, you definitely have that opportunity to become one when you're here. And so the freshman admissions requirements, we are not an impacted school in any of our majors. So we just use the minimum requirements for the CSU. So first and foremost, I know all of you listening are going to graduate high school. So that is the first thing you need to do. The second being meeting the eligibility index requirement. This year it's definitely a little different. So all those seniors in the room, the test scores aren't going to be required this year. So we're going to put a lot more effort into your GPA requirement. It's going to be a 2.5 or higher, automatically qualifies. Below a 2.5, then we're going to look at some other supplemental criteria. And then last, the college prep courses with a C- or higher. That's your English, your math, your science, all those classes that your counselor is making you take anyways. So those are just your admissions requirements. I definitely recommend that you stay connected with us. These are some of our social media accounts. And then that last one, the student run, is our Humboldt admissions. Just getting started, but it's student run and it's really great. Lots of great content. We're super excited about it. And then last, this is my contact information. Feel free to contact me at any point. That is my direct line, my email, and then you can make a direct appointment with me on that last link.
Great. Thank you so much. And we will now move on to Cal State, Monterey Bay.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Purvi Shah, and I am an admissions counselor at California State University, Monterey Bay. So I am going to be starting off. So I'm going to be starting off by showing you all where Monterey Bay is located. We are about an hour south of San Francisco. Oh, it's been a long day. Okay, so we are located an hour south of San Jose and 2 hours south of San Francisco. Hopefully you all can get an idea of where Monterey Bay is. For those of you who have gone to the Monterey Bay Aquarium, you have definitely passed by the CSUMB campus to head out that way, whether it's to the aquarium, Carmel, Pacific Grove, Big Sur, so on and so forth. But that's just to put into perspective where we're located in California. Freshman requirements is something that we're also looking at as well. So A through G, you all are probably very tired of hearing about it, but just a little bit longer, you know, not too far away. And then, like Chelsea mentioned, the CSUs are not accepting SATs or ACTs for fall 2021. We are looking at GPAs above 2.5, and because that is considered our minimum eligibility index. And so for supplemental information that we're going to be looking at, if your GPA falls within a 2.0 or a 2.499, it will be first generation. And we can go into that as well. But if your parents haven't gone to college to obtain a college degree and you're the first ones to go, then you would be considered a first generation student. Low income is based off of what you enter into the application, and then if you've taken any extra A through G courses upon the normal A through G requirements. If you are thinking about transferring, then you do need to have 60 transferable units. We do only accept upper division transfer students, and so with that, you would need to complete the Golden 4. Here is a quick video about CSUMB. All right, so I do apologize because I realized I didn't share my computer audio, so there might have not been sound on the video. So I do apologize about that. But you can find that video on YouTube as well. Here are the list of majors that we have on our campus. We do have a little over 7,000 students on our campus, and our student to professor ratio is about 25:1. So the professors get to know you really well on name basis and not student number basis or anything like that, which in my experience, I am an alumni from CSUMB, and that's the part that I really loved about it. We do have 25 different bachelor's degrees, 9 graduate degrees, and multiple teaching credentials to offer to our students. If you all are wondering how to get involved on campus, to begin with, we do have 13 men and women sports teams. We're NCAA Division II, and also we do have recreational sports for students to get involved in. We do have study abroad where students can get that experience in studying abroad in 100+ countries, whether it's for a semester or for the whole year. Students are able to get involved with student government, and it's called Associated Students on our campus. We do have 50+ clubs and organizations on our campus as well. And I will leave you all with here. We do have student support programs on our campus, and these are just a few of them. We do have other resources. So please feel free to reach out to our admissions office. I'm just gonna show you all our contact really quick. Sorry, give me just a second. There you go. That's how you can get in contact with us. Thank you all.
Alrighty, thank you so much. And next, we will move on to Cal State Stanislaus.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Alexandria. I'm from Cal State Stanislaus. So at Stanislaus State, you'll be a part of a community that can change your life. So at Stanislaus, you can expect to gain personal and academic support, to be a part of a welcoming community. You can expect academic excellence, and expect for us to help you prepare for your future and to be a part of a community that's committed to diversity and inclusion. So home of Stanislaus State, we're located in Turlock, California. So home of Stanislaus State, Turlock, provides an unusual opportunity to combine a quality learning environment with relaxed rural living. So we're about an equal distance from Fresno, Sacramento, and the Bay Area. We're a close drive to Yosemite and the foothills. Our student population right now is about 10,000, so we're considered a mid-sized campus. The city of Turlock has about 70,000 people, which makes it a small city, and it's a very campus-friendly community. So we're one university with 2 locations. We're located in Turlock, but we also have an extension campus in Stockton. They only have specific majors, and students who want to be a part of the cohort system, who have a unique opportunity to take courses with the same peers from beginning to the end. They have a lot of cohort majors here at the second location. So here at STAN, like I said, we offer students a welcoming community. You can do this by joining one of our 80 clubs or organizations. If you don't see a club that's good for you, you can create one. All you need is 5 members and a faculty rep. We also have 14 NCAA Division II athletic teams, and we have 10 intramural leagues, which are leagues that are condensed to 6 weeks. And this allows students who want to participate in multiple different sports to do that. This is our brand new student center, which is awesome inside. They have a whole bunch of programs and services that encourage students to get meaningful experiences and get involved in the campus. And we also do have study abroad. So we have 28 countries and we go to 50 different cities. And that is a good way to gain travel experience and get out there and start utilizing your degree. So you'll be supported from our food pantry to tutoring center. You'll have the resources you need to be successful. So at STAN, our student to faculty ratio is about 1 to 22, which makes it easier to engage and create relationships with your professors. We have 70% of our students are first in their families to go to college. So we have a lot of first-time freshmen. You'll be home. So our housing has about, they accept about 300 students right now during COVID. Before it was 700. And these students go on field trips and engage with each other. There are extra tutoring for residents, as well as games, activities, how to manage your time, all of these different types of things. So we have 4 different colleges. So our first is the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Science. One of our most popular majors in this department is our criminal justice. We are one of 2 campuses to offer forensic science concentration, and we're the only campus in California to offer a juvenile justice concentration. This is our College of Business, and we have the type of accreditation that only 5% of business schools have worldwide, and we also have a Meet the Firms night in which the center brings out companies and students are able to get hired on the spot for jobs and internships. Next is our College of Education, Kinesiology, and Social Work. In 1960, when Stanislaus first opened up, we were known as the school for education courses. So if you wanted to be a teacher, you would come to STAN. And we have a very strong program. We have an integrated teaching program, which allows you to get your liberal studies degree and your teaching credential in 4 years. And last but not least, we have our science, College of Science. Our most popular majors here are pre-nursing and nursing. We only allow about 19 students in our labs, which makes it a fantastic opportunity for you to gain experience as an undergraduate student in the lab. And we have 6 semesters that 100% of our students pass the NCLEX. So you come to school, you study with professors, you get hands-on experience. And when you take the exam, 100% of our students are passing the first time. We also have a pre-health program, you would major in biology, and then you would get advised by faculty on just taking all the prerequisites necessary. These are some of our prerequisites for the nursing program. You need a 3.5 GPA, for English, a 3.3, for math, a 3.5, and you have to have a year-long course beyond Algebra 2, and you have to have a B or better in science, so biology and chemistry. Our freshman requirements are the same as everyone else, so 2.5 GPA, graduate from high school, and A3 courses. Financial aid, we've given over $110 million in financial aid and scholarships. 86% of our students receive financial aid. And that's it. This is our contact information. This is admissions and outreach, so you can contact us. There's our YouTube. We have a whole bunch of different videos and helpful tools for students. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. We will now move on to Sacramento State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angel. I'm from the Admissions and Outreach Department here at Sacramento State. Let me get the presentation started. Right, so first thing I'd want you guys to know about Sacramento State is that even though we are a large university, above 30,000 students attend Sac State, you do have a small campus feel to it, meaning that when you walk into a classroom, it's going to be no more than 100 students. And mainly your major classes are going to be no more than 30, 35 students. You'll also have the opportunity to experience all type of interaction, virtual and in person. Sacramento State contributes nearly $1 billion to the local economy, and then Fortune 500 companies as well as Fortune 100 companies recruit Sacramento State graduates. For every professor, we have an average of 24 students, meaning that students do have the ability to go and talk to their professors. They're more accessible. So if you have questions about the class, the tests, if you want to talk about your major, your professors are more accessible, and that can really impact your grades as well. Right, so points of pride, we are designated API and HSI institutions. Since we do have a large number of students who identify themselves as Asia Pacific Islander as well as Hispanic, we do have programs that serve them specifically. We have the state-of-the-art science complex with planetarium observatory. That image in the middle where you have an audience seating where it looks like a theater are actually going to have the stars and planets projected here on the ceiling. That's brand new at Sacramento State. We have over 330 student club-led organizations to participate in. We're the 5th safest campus in the CSU and UC system, and have 24/7 campus police. We have the largest veteran success program, and Sac State has made the Green Honor Roll 2 years in a row. The things that we have to offer here in Sacramento, we have rafting and hiking along the American River. We have professional sports teams from the Sacramento Kings to the Sacramento Republic soccer team. We're going to get a brand new stadium since the Sacramento Republic team has gone MLS. And hopefully in 2026, we have the World Cup come through Sacramento as well. We also have concerts at the park, art walks, and museums. Basically, if you're at Sacramento, you're about 2 hours away from the snow in Lake Tahoe, 2 hours away from the ocean as well in San Francisco and Napa. So if you want to experience everything that California has to offer, Sacramento State is the place to be. Right, so a little bit about the admissions, because every CSU is going to be a bit different. So what we're going to require from you is to be a high school graduate, complete the A through G college preparatory subject requirements, and then you're going to be placed in an eligibility index. So we're going to get your GPA times 1,000. If you have a 2.5 GPA, you should be eligible to come to a CSU. The SAT and ACT scores are not going to be required. Now, if you do have a 2.49, between a 2.49 and a 2.0, you will be placed on the multi-factor subjects, which are these, right? So if you're between a 2.49 and a 2.0, these are the factors that we're going to look at to see if you're eligible to come to a CSU. So completion of A through G courses beyond the minimum, low income background, if you're first generation college status, work experience, participation in college advocacy programs, extracurricular participation, and leadership. So we're going to look at this if you fall between that 2.0 and that 2.49. Make sure you do your research on each CSU because every CSU is going to have a different factor. These are the ones for Sacramento State. Something else that's new for the first-time freshmen is the Hornet launch. This is something that we launched last fall 2019 for the class that just came in right now for fall 2020. So basically the Hornet launch is a survey you take after you do your intent to enroll, saying you are interested in coming into Sacramento State. And the survey consists of questions from your availability, what other majors you wanna are maybe interested in. They also take in consideration your grades, your GPA, AP scores, and we generate your first semester at Sacramento State. It guarantees first-year students 14 to 16 units their first semester. It's a structured schedule created from the department chairs and the faculty, and ensures timely degree completion in 4 years that best suits the student's needs. When we say best suits the student's needs, that's where we go based off your academics. So we know where you're going to start off from both math and English. Students need to submit their intent to enroll by May 1st to receive the Hornet Launch registration survey. Deadline to complete the Hornet Launch survey is May 8th. And it's something that even though, it does take away the liberty of, choosing your own classes, stepping into the college life. If you don't like the schedule that we provide for you, you can always change it. We don't recommend it, but it's something that it's still offered for you. Right, so ways to be involved. We have over 300 clubs and organizations, including Greek life here at Sacramento State. And you'd be surprised what kind of clubs we have here. We have the Netflix Club. We have the My Little Pony Club. I don't know what it's about, but we have it. Since students like to sleep, college students, and we do have a lot of trees, we started the Hammock Club, right? So they sleep between classes. We have the Spanish Club, the German Club, the Italian Club. We have the Well, where students can go in and work out. We also have indoor soccer, indoor basketball, indoor tennis. We have the MMA club. We have basically everything that a gym offers. We have it here at the Well. And then, we have Salsa Loca if you like to dance. We have Peak Adventures where they take you hiking for a small fee. They can take you to the Grand Canyon. They can take you to Yosemite. We also have the travel abroad in case you do want to go anywhere else in the country to study. The good thing about study abroad is that no matter where you go, you're still going to be on track to graduating in a timely manner. We also have cultural celebrations. We have the Multicultural Center that puts on celebrations from each culture since we're so diverse. We have the unique programs that put multiple events each week. They usually bring concerts or comedians or hypnotists, and that's so students could just have a good time, take their minds off their studies. We are physically distant right now, but we're socially connected. So even though we're not on campus right now, students are still meeting up with their clubs virtually just to stay active. And then ASI hosts live videos on Instagram. Follow us on both Instagram and Facebook, since we're going to be providing a lot of information on there for students who want to come for fall 2021. Right, so we're here to help. This is my contact information. If you're, if you're worried about the admissions or anything like that, you can reach to me. This is my email. It's better if you reach me through email than through the phone. And this is our connection to our Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much.
All righty, thank you. And last, we have San Jose State University.
Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen and get started. Hi, folks. My name is Rachel DeVera. I'm an admissions counselor recruiter and welcome center coordinator here at San Jose State. You'll see on your screen a QR code. Go ahead and take that smartphone, scan that, and you'll have our admissions brochure. We also have our website, sjsu.edu/SOAR. You can reach our virtual front desk, which is students assistants that can connect you with admissions counselors. We just launched our live virtual tours. You'll get 45 minutes with a current student at San Jose State going over the campus with you via a Zoom, just like this, but a little bit more interactive. We also launched a podcast we're so proud to have. It's made for students, by students, and the campus community, and anyone who wants to learn about San Jose State. Last but not least, if you want to hit us up in the DMs for any questions, follow us on Instagram. A little bit about myself.
Hey, Rachel. Sorry to cut you off. Your just screen isn't shared. Or I don't know if
Oh.
you're on the wrong desktop.
Okay, let me try this again. Sorry.
No
You got
problem,
to
just-
see my wonderful face. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah,
All right. Just
there
love
you
this
go.
Zoom world. There we go. There's my beautiful face again. So just to let you know, I'm a current student at San Jose State for the Counselor Education Program. I also love Animal Crossing, and I'm a current dog mom. Just got him absolutely in love. Next, I'm going to show you a little bit video that shows you about the surrounding area of San Jose State. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and turn my video on again. Hopefully you can see me. Just to go over some rankings, we're 7th among top public universities on the West. We're named one of the best value colleges by Forbes, #1 most transformative college in 2020. So we have a lot of rankings. SJSU at a glance, we are a lot larger than some of the other wonderful institutions you met today. 34,000 students, just under that, but don't freak out, right? Your average class size is going to be 34 students to 1 instructor, and when you get to those more specialized classes, that's going to be 28 students to 1 instructor. So a little bit about student life. We have over 450 different clubs and organizations, and they're going to range. They can be your academic clubs, like Society of Engineers. You can learn how to hula dance in a club. You can play Pokemon Go in a club. We also have a Quidditch club as well. So they actually compete. It's club sports. So a lot of different ways to get involved on campuses. Studies show that if you are connected to your campus, you will do well academically. So no matter where you go, make sure to get involved and just build that identity for your college experience. If you are into sports, SJSU is Division I, NCAA Division I Mountain West Conference, and we have tons of athletic sports for you to check out if you're an athlete or if you want to observe from the sidelines. All the games are free as long as you bring your ID. That rhymed. For more information, visit this website. Spartan support. All right, with all those 34,000 students, we have a ton of support for our students. That could be academic advising, so you make sure that you graduate when you want to graduate. That could be tutoring. We have over 200 tutors on campus. Sometimes they're open 24 hours. If you're a night owl and you want to go ahead and hit the books hard and you need a tutor's help, that is available for you. There's also something called food insecurity. So basically, sometimes students have to decide, do I want to pay for textbooks or do I want to pay for food? We feel like that is a horrible situation. So we have our food pantry that is open to our students. They can come and get groceries for the week, once a week. So we make sure to try to help our students that way. We also have free counseling and psychological services. So tons and tons of stuff, as well as EOP. Here is a list of our top hiring employers. You're gonna see Amazon, Apple, Google. Why? We're located in the Silicon Valley, so there's a lot of opportunities for our students within 15 to 20 minutes. So students will work really hard, get internships at these companies, do well, and guess what? When they graduate, they don't even have to do a job search sometimes. So San Jose State's not only good at tech, my mom actually went to San Jose State, woohoo, go Spartans, and she's a wonderful teacher right now. And I'm trying to be a counselor. So a lot of opportunities. because we have over 134 different majors with 110 concentrations. These on the screen are just a few. At the end, I'm gonna put up that QR code again so you can scan it, and it has a full list, that brochure of all the majors that we have. And here is some major recognitions. Our business is doing well. We are the only aviation program in the CSU system, and we're ranked 4th in the nation. Journalism is doing well, and they've won tons of awards. Animation and illustration, engineering, right? A lot of great things. So if I got you excited about San Jose State, here are the freshman admissions requirements that my colleagues have mentioned earlier. Basically, we want you to graduate from high school, complete those A through G requirements with at least a C- or higher, and then the minimum GPA for this year, as of now, is a 2.5. Okay, and that's pretty much it on my end. There's that QR code. Go ahead and take that smartphone and scan that. And there's the websites, Instagram, and of course, my emails. I promise I don't bite. And there we go. Hopefully you enjoy that presentation. Follow my imaginary TED Talk below. Just kidding.
All righty. Thank you, everyone. And for our participants today, I want to say thank you for joining us. Now that we're done, when you do close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. It should take a couple seconds. This is one of many sessions that are being hosted today. So if you want, you can sign up for additional sessions. I do want you guys to know that our reps are going to be here for another 9 minutes or so. If you guys did have some questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A chat. Since we have so much time, reps, if you had a question directly, feel free to just answer it verbally, as long as you keep it short, and hopefully we can keep the flow of those going. Again, if not, feel free to leave, and if you don't mind filling out that survey, that'd be great. And in about a week, you'll be able to find the session's recording, as well as any other recordings from today on the website that you registered. So thank you so much again. I'm just going to leave this up, and if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A section.
So one of the questions I see is, are there local community college nearby? There are tons because of our location in San Jose State, because we're heavily populated. There's at least 6.
Well, to keep it going, there aren't any other questions coming into the Q&A, but in the meantime, if all of us want to share what there is to do in and around the area for our respective areas, I feel like that'd give another insight of what each college has to offer. So I will start off at Monterey Bay. There's a lot to do in and around the area. We do have a recreation center on our campus where we take students kayaking, stand-up paddle boarding, scuba diving, hiking, camping, all of those sorts. But if you want to do your own exploring as well, that's also a great option. If you're not an outdoorsy person, there's a lot to do indoors as well. You just have to know what there is, but there's also a lot of different activities that we offer on campus to all of our students as well. Whoever wants to go next.
I'm seeing in the chat too, there's a question about what the environment is like. So I'll answer that one, since I kind of gave some information in my presentation about what there is to do in Humboldt. But we are, where we're located, since we are on the coast, we are, it's pretty temperate where we are. The weather stays between like 60s and 50s to 70s all year round. We get a lot of rain in the winter, and it's pretty similar to the Bay. It probably gets a little bit cooler, but in general, pretty similar.
I actually grew up in San Jose, so I feel like you get sunshine pretty much almost every day. It's pretty warm compared to being on the edge of the Bay. Like you saw in the video, very downtown. I feel like you don't even have to have a car, because you can walk across the street and get a good boba drink, or you can get like tacos, Indian food. There's everything within walking distance. But for us, we're very downtown feel, lots of city, lots of different buildings with opportunities for you to get internships at. So I had a friend who actually worked at an internship in, what is that? City Hall in San Jose, which is like a 7-minute walk. And she did so well when she graduated. She interviewed for Google, and just like that, she got a job at Google. So really, really, really different feel, very city-like.
Yeah, Monterey Bay, I would have to say the weather changes constantly since we're on the peninsula. So the fog rolls in easily, fog rolls out easily. We have what we like to call it Indian summers. So our summers would be about late August to early September, going into late October, early November. And we are definitely, you need some means of transportation to go on and off campus.
It looks like another question we have is, do you need 15 units each semester to graduate in 4 years? Typically, a bachelor's degree will be 120 units. So for the most part, depending on the major, that's correct. And I think everybody offers financial aid, if I'm not mistaken. And that FAFSA day is coming up October 1st. Make sure if you're applying, fill that out.
To add on to that, do not wait until the March 2nd deadline. To fill it out sooner rather than later.
And keep an eye too on each institution. I know for Humboldt State, we have our own scholarship application that opens up November 15th and it closes in January. So definitely figure out the dates in each institution.
So there is another question. Do you have interpreting programs? Oh, that's directed more towards Sac State. So if Sac State wants to jump in.
Yeah, we don't offer specific like interpretation services like to get the license. We do have, you know, just the different language majors, and then students usually get their license outside of Sac State. I'm answering it right now, but if you want more information about that whole process, you can email me directly.
And that same question was also towards other programs. So other universities that have that program, if anything. Monterey Bay doesn't.
I think the closest thing that San Jose State has is going to be linguistics. And there's some pretty interesting classes you can take. I know of someone who went to San Jose State and took an animal communications course. So what they had to do was listen to a mating call of a frog and try to translate what it meant. So really funny stuff. Okay, and then, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
All right, I'll take the charge, Furby. Everybody, our nursing program's a little harder to get into. Yes, for San Jose State, that is one of our a little bit more competitive programs to get into.
Monterey Bay is also competitive.
Yeah, just want to mention it's 2-minute warning with questions. So if they don't get answered here, we will send the chat over to reps to answer later.
Nursing program is also impacted, and you have to have your RN before you can come. So you have to go to community college first for 2 years, and then you would come to us to finish up your bachelor's.
That's how Monterey Bay has it as well.
Sacramento State as well. It's impacted everywhere. So wherever you go, don't be surprised if it's impacted and really competitive to get into.
You can apply as a freshman to our pre-nursing program at San Jose State, and then you would apply again into the actual program once you finish the general education courses.
Same thing for Stanislaus State.
Do you guys want to go over impaction from each CSU real quick?
Impaction as in criteria or majors?
Oh, in general.
Okay, so generally the majors that are impacted at Monterey Bay are biology, psychology, kinesiology, business administration, computer science, as well as marine science for incoming freshmen. I know there's a question that keeps getting repeated in the Q&A about whether fall 2021, if we're accepting test scores. CSUs are not accepting test scores, whether it's SATs or ACTs for fall 2021.
So Stanislaus, we are not an impacted campus, but our only impacted major is pre-nursing and nursing. So there's a supplemental application and there's a different criteria. But as far as campus-wide, we are not impacted.
All right, sorry guys, I do have to end the session now because we have to stay on time, but thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.